Life is in the business of creating life. It is an unfolding process of creation as we move ahead. We see and then we don't see, and then we see again. Who is the catalyst of all this? We take meaningful leaps into uncertainty on a quest to create what matters to us, what inspires us, what moves us, what changes us. Where do creations come from? Is it silence, relationship, from what's wanting to emerge? Join me, John Davidson, on this learning journey, reaching into the creative process to find the places where creations come from. Who is the catalyst? Everything the future needs is given to you this moment. Number 6, getting off someday aisle. You will never be any less busy later than you are today. We tell ourselves a lie saying, I'll do it when I'm less busy or when I have time later. I've coached some of the best business superstars, and no one, not even they, are any less busy later than they are now. The brevity of life is confronting. We are not immortal, yet so many of us continue to live on an all too common island of life. Someday I'll. Having a big to-do list and knocking out tasks is not living well. It is living an illusion. To-do lists are a great way to hide from taking stock of what is in your life. You would find out that not much matters. It is disconcerting to realize that you are living a meaningless existence when you're just trying to keep up. The brevity of life forces you to choose what matters to you, especially as you age. What once seemed like being a mouse in a maze of circumstances is now like living a singular path of what you care most about. Some call this feeling the shift into the second half of life. When you organize your life around the centerpiece of what matters to you, you feel aliveness because your actions are not organized by circumstances alone. Every ounce of the present moment is moved from being an enemy to a reference point. Current reality becomes a teacher. Rather than reacting and responding to this direction of life, you operate within a creative orientation. Instead of bringing better responses to circumstances, you choose where to put your energies. You invest your life spirit in a direction that matters. And this is the greatest way to learn, is to create something you care about. It's not because you have to, it's because you choose to. What once was a victim of the system recognizes itself as a system of the victim. Time is not going to change for you, but your priorities will. Without priorities, time will organize you. Time management is self-management. In fact, I'm going to suggest we call it matter management, where can't means won't. When you say I can't, you're actually saying I won't. See, when you say I don't have enough time, what you're actually saying is I haven't made up my mind. You could do it if you wanted to. If you say I can't go to the party, what you're saying is I won't. Fess up. Learn to say no thank you. Many of the health problems today stem from stress related to the inability to say no. What matters to you does not need defending. No one needs the artificial sweetener of a yes to avoid disapproval. People want a genuine yes or no. It is respectful, and that way you show up where you want to and insulate yourself from non-essentials. I remember a parking lot sales pitch once from a business opportunity, and after we reached my car, I turned to the gentleman and said, James, as a policy to myself, I choose to focus on creating things that matter to me in my life. But what you're presenting isn't one of those. He then thanks me profusely for speaking from the heart. This is very comforting because you own up to being solely responsible for where you put your attention. It is on your terms, not theirs. This is not to suggest that you can always control what happens to you. The universe is a wild card. So let the visible and invisible work in common cause. When you are dominated by living what matters to you, shifting conditions are not so upsetting. They're just a bridge positioning a point A to a point B destination. If you want to see what your priorities have been, just look at how you spend your time and take stock. You can see if your actions support your spoken words. Indeed, you may say your health is your number one priority, but does your time audit represent that? Most likely it does not. Use this as a starting point to shift this orientation. You can choose to be healthy. Make a choice to become the predominant creative force in your life. Choose to be true to yourself. Choose to be free. Why would you invest your precious gift of life on a compromise? You have been postponing a refusal. Why? You've been saying yes where you shouldn't. Own up and govern yourself by what matters to you. You've been listening to The Catalyst with John Davidson. If you'd like to purchase the Catalyst book, just go down below this video, and in the description part you will find a link. You can click there for lulu.com, and you'll find the hardcover of the book The Catalyst that I have written for my 3 children. I so appreciate the opportunity to be on this learning journey with you, and I encourage you to continue listening to these audio chapters of The Catalyst. Thank you so much.